Welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Sportiest stream. How's it going? My name's Sporty FC, and welcome in everybody. We got some Skyward series action. We got some important Skyward series action. We got some playoff matches coming up, and these are some pretty big playoff matches. We'll take a look at schedule. It's not just Skyward series today. It's also AGL. Also, currently in the playoffs, we're gonna have the Wildcard, the second week, the qualification week of the Wildcard here for Skyward Series, and then Amateur Gaming League quarterfinals. Both these matches are 2v2 matches, and they're both single elimination. So whoever loses is out for their season. You don't want to be out here. You know your quarterfinal. You for both these teams, their brackets have just started. And you don't want to miss out on that late stage action. As Legend asking, sign my shirt. If you give me a shirt, I will sign it, actually. You do need to find me first, and that's a tougher thing. I'm not usually outside all that often, so if you find me, let me know. I'll sign your shirt. I'll pose for a picture. Don't worry about it, Legend. I got you. As again, these are two match nights. Let's take a look at our first man, Astral, Supernova, Invicta, Esports. We've seen Invicta actually on the stream. For the 3v3 matches, we've seen them. Recently when they played Ignition Academy and won that series in a sweep. They actually play Astral, Supernova, and Freeze to qualify as well, so this is really interesting. But this is their 2v2 team. Goober, Stella Tempestas. And taking on Astral, Supernova. We've seen this team so many times. Rezi, Spyro, Unknown Soldier. Oh, and my cat is clawing at my door. One sec. Right. Hopefully that is good. Hopefully that'll get rid of the situation there. Sorry about that, everybody. We're back. Again, this will be a 2v2 matchup. We've seen a lot of Supernova. We didn't get to see their playoff run as it is so far. Again, this is the wild card. Top 4 teams auto-qualified to that main event. There's 16 teams trying to fight for those last spots. Well, actually for this league, there's 14 teams who are fighting. Invicta Esports ended off as 7th seed, as Supernova ended off as the 15th seed. As Supernova had a really tough first start. They had to play the Immigrants, but that is a team they actually beat before, and they beat them again in a game 7. Invicta took down Prestige Worldwide 4-1, one of the lower ranking teams on this grouping. In fact, actually, they are the lowest ranked team on the grouping, so again, both these teams had some pretty quick first rounds, but that is, again, only the first round. They gotta go through each other, and that's gonna be a lot tougher. And while, yes, Invicta are the favorites here, some pretty heavy favorites, Astral Supernova are used to being the underdogs, and they've had a lot of situations where they've really thrived in that kind of position. As hello there, Devin. How you doing? Hello, Devin P. Welcome in. Nice to see you again. Welcome back. As if you've seen a lot of Supernova on the stream, you'll know why. They've taken down the Immigrants before. They've taken down Prestige Worldwide. They've also taken down. They've also had it close to Defiant Jenkins, a team that is expected to make it out of this grouping quite easily. They went to Game 5 against that team. If they go to Game 5 against Jenkins, they can definitely go and beat Invicta here tonight. That's going to be easier said than done. Again, this is quite the matchup to behold here. 2v2, part of the Skyward series. And this match will be a best of 5. We'll have a quarterfinal match later tonight for AGL. That will be a best, this will be a best of 7. Quarterfinal match later on will be a best of 5. AGL does not need to be best of 7, still semis. But Skyward Series, all matches are best of 7. I will say, I do prefer having all playoff matches being best of 7. It just makes them more hype, more tense, and it really allows the better team to win. But, again, it is different leagues, different preferences. Although I would like to see AGL start to use more best of 7s in their playoffs. I would like to see that, but they don't. We'll be with a best of 5 later tonight for that match. Again, this match only a few minutes away from its start time here. Again, we'll take a look at our schedule. And again, our match later tonight will be Swordfish, TFT Nerds, Stryker, Phantoms. And that will be quite the matchup. As I know, again, these teams are also fighting for that All-Star 2v2 playoffs, which be big. That will be this weekend. So winner of this play this weekend. We'll actually play this Saturday. Again, currently it is Tuesday the 12th. They'll be playing Saturday the 16th for a chance at the trophy. There's a lot on the line for this match. They've already had to go through 1 round of playoffs, 2 rounds what is facing them here. Again, it doesn't get much more intense than this, and for a lot of teams, this is more intense than the actual playoffs themselves, because so many teams, when you get to the playoffs, you kind of made it. Not in the wildcard. In the wildcard, it's tough to get recognized. You really need to make that top 8 for people to really recognize you. Well, these teams, again, getting to that top 8 is going to be a must for them. It's going to be something that they have to fight for. Not going to be easy. As again, we're going to get into this matchup in just a few moments. Again, the action, it can't get much more exciting than this. Again, we're just waiting on these teams. Again, as soon as they're in, it'll be good to get things going. Again, we have given them the match lobby info, so they should be in any moment. But, of course, again, we do have time to wait for them. Hopefully you guys in chat are doing well. Again, get your predictions going as well. Prediction poll is up, by the way. It'll be up for a few more minutes. Again, Supernova are the underdogs, but how many times they've won on this stream, I really can't call them underdogs anymore. They just do it again and again. It's a Cinderella story that has no end. And we'll see just how well they do here. And this will be, again, this is going to be an exciting match. Again, there's going to be 2 matches. This will be the first of those 2 matches here on this stream tonight. And we're just getting getting things kind of started here. Again, we are just, again, it's literally just a waiting game at this point. Once they're in the lobby, though, we'll get things going. Again, the lobby has been set up, so again, it's just a bit of a waiting game at this point. But I can promise you, once we get into this series, oh, you're not going to want to miss it. But again, again, I'm messaging them, making sure we get them in, that there's no major issues. Obviously, if there are issues, we do have time though for these teams, so we can wait for them. But again, hopefully all of you in chat are doing well. I used to call it like Chatland. I think I'll still call it that, because that's a good name, right guys? Chatland? That's a nice name to give it. As again, we are just waiting here for what will be a best of 7. There's really not much else I can tell you except that, again, these teams have had their times. I don't think they played each other in the regular season though. Actually, I didn't check that. Let me check if they played each other in the regular season. They have not. They have not played each other in the regular season. Most teams in the playoffs have not. So, surprising there. Again, we have hit our match start time. Waiting on these teams. Are having, I think, some slight issues here. And we are going to move in game in just a moment. They haven't joined yet, which is a little worrying. But we do have extra time. They might be just doing some warm-ups. I know for a fact that it seems like Supernova is online. Again, we'll take a look at our schedules here. Again, reminder, this is the first of 2 matches. We'll have another match later tonight with Swordfish, TFT Nerds, Stryker, Phantoms. Actually, I'm going to message them. I'm a little worried now that there may have been some issues. Oh, we just got a message from Messi. They're in. For a second, I thought maybe they forgot to join, but no, they're here. At least Swordfish, that's later. At least Supernova is here, so we do have one of the two teams just waiting on Invicta. Again, my assumption is they're doing warm-ups, which is fine. That happens all the time on this stream. So, and again, that's why we have these matches at the set time at 90 minutes apart. It's for in case stuff like this happens, in case we do have some delays. Again, we'll give Invicta 15 minutes past match start time. We're only about 3 minutes past, so we have a lot of time here. But again, Astral Supernova have made it. It's actually going to be Unknown Soldier Rezi playing. Spyro not on the field for this one at the very least. He might still be there just as a sub. But interesting to have Unknown play instead. But again, these guys do seem to change their rosters a good amount, so not too surprising, to say the very least, to see Unknown on the field instead of Spyro. Oh, Spyro's eating? he's having dinner. Fair, Spyro, fair. Get it. You get it. As, we're waiting. Oh, Goobers are saying up, they're ready, so they'll be in any moment. Letting him eat while it's still warm, I get that. I just ate anyways, so. Couldn't let the panda get cold. Now I need to know, what in the world are you talking about there? What's a panda? What are you talking about, Spyro? What? You gotta tell me what that... You're not actually... I know you're not actually eating a panda, so... You gotta tell me, what is a panda? Panda Express? Oh, Panda Express! Oh, I don't eat Panda Express. I see. Yeah, don't blame me, man. No, we have a different, like... I get what you... Now I know what you're talking about. I was like, Panda? What? Panda Express. I get what you mean. I get it. Hey, enjoy your food. Again, we're gonna get this series going. Best of 7 here. Round 2 of the wild card. Both these teams have fought hard to get to this point. Now only one can hit that top 8. The playoffs are in sight. But only one team can make it. Astral Supernova on the blue. Invicta Esports on the orange. We've seen Invicta dominate in their 3v3 matches. Now in 2v2s. Well, now they gotta take on Astral Supernova. Again, Astral have had an incredible run so far this season. This matchup definitely be an intense one, as yeah, it's gonna be close. I think especially for Astral Supernova, it's gonna be intense for them because this is gonna be one of the toughest matches so far this season. With a lot of the pressure on, and the fact that this is an extremely solid team that they're going against. Got a lot of work to do, and they've got to play very carefully here because Invicta will look to find opportunities. Skeleton Pestas. Blocked by Rezi. Invicta waiting. Goobers. Unknown off the back wall. And Invicta Esports starting to take their time, but Goobers getting in a bit of an awkward situation. Rezi's touch, though, has actually not gone all that far. But it won't matter. As Invicta will go to the back wall. Second touch from Goobers! That's off the back post and out. Almost an incredible start for Invicta, but that incredible start still yet to come here. Nobody's scoring just yet. A lot of pressure, a lot of action. No goals. It is mostly here in favor of what Invicta has done. As that's a good demo. Rezi. Here from Goobers. Astral Supernova will have to go all the way back. Skeleton Pestas. Rezi blocks. Hit to the side wall. Now, off the back wall for Astral Supernova. The first real chance on target. That's just gone off the post. And both these teams struggling to hit the target when it matters most. They're getting their chances. They just need to put them in. Unknown Soldier. Rezi is going to put it through. Invicta Esports overcommit. In the midfield, Goober's just too slow to react to that. And a challenge he probably shouldn't have even gone for in the first place. You can't think about those mistakes. Astral Supernova have already put the goal in. He's just got to be able to rely on being able to come back. Still 3 minutes left. Only one goal separating these two. There's Goobers. Unknown Soldier trying to take that one as well. Another potential open chance for Astral, but again, they're just holding on here. Really helped them. The fact is that Invicta have really struggled to actually put shots where they need to go. Again, Astral Supernova, they're such an unconvincing team when you first see them. When you get to know these guys, when you get to really see these guys so many times, you see just how consistent they are, just how scary they can be. One of the things that really makes them scary is the fact that so many teams kind of underestimate how good this Unknown and Resi are at the start of the season. These guys suffered. They could not get a win. But they have been one of the fastest improving teams all season. You can really see that improvement work as Unknown to the back wall. Goober's got the block up that crossbar. And another close chance that just fades away here as Resi. Dribble, one-on-one with Goobers. Looking to maybe get around one. He does. Selton Pestos will challenge. And Astral Supernova still hold that 1-goal lead. If it stays this close, Invicta Esports going to be really unhappy with their offense. Yeah, at this point, you should be scoring no matter what team you're playing in a 2v2 match. Especially if you're Invicta and you're at this position of high power, of favoritism. Astral Supernova have done well to really play up to that level. Again, for a team that made it to the playoffs last season in the Challenger 2v2 division, so rare to see those kind of teams then continue to do well in the next division up. But Astral Supernova have definitely done that, as they're getting so close to that top 8. Resi, Elton Pestas, off the back wall. Goober's trying to keep it going. Unknown, another chance upfield here for Supernova. Resi wants a shot. Goobers has the block, but he's run out of boost. Play will end there. Just bounce in the midfield. Backflip from Resi. Unknown missed it. Resi still got the clear, but it's going to be awkward for Supernova as Unknown doesn't read that one. It's going to go across his own net, though. Not dangerous just yet, but in comes Goobers. And a miss there. That was a great chance for Invicta to score. Still 0 goals so far. Astral Supernova have only had one chance. It was from an overcommit. That's all they've needed. Although a miss. Back wall. In front. Resi's got it past Goobers. And back the other way. Go Supernova, surviving on the defense. Resi wants a doomsday, and he gets it there. Quick thinking from Resi with 35 seconds left in game 1. It's such a smart solo effort. He knows the solo business is expecting that pass. Subverting that expectation, going for the shot himself. Quick doomsday dish. Astral Supernova, maybe that will secure the game. Looking for another one off the kickoff. Selton Pestos gets that one. Now maybe on target, Unknown Soldiers got the block. Again, Invicta Esports have struggled to hit the net all game long. And that struggle is just being compounded here by the fact that there's almost no time left for them. Unknown Soldiers whiffed. Panic here from Supernova at the end of this game. They just need to keep their composure for a few more seconds. Resi off the corner, touch in front. Goobers will send it out, but the time will expire. Game 1 will go to Astral Supernova. And it will be a shutout too. No goals given up to Invicta Esports. Game 1 will go the way of the underdogs. So many people are, I think, so quick to write this team off. But you can't do that when you're playing that well. As we'll be going into game number 2. Astral Supernova. Again, both these teams had similar shots, but they both had the issues of scoring. Astral Supernova had the issues actually getting pressure. Invicta, it was more so actually just putting on good shots. They did not do that very well. A lot of issues in that kind of game plan. Now in game 2, maybe it's a chance to kind of change some things up, maybe make some adjustments, and actually put those shots in the back of the net. I can't think that a team like Invicta would be going very long without actually getting their first goal of the series. Although, who knows, maybe Astral Supernova have something else up their sleeve, although that's a good beat from Stella Tempestas. Unknown Soldiers trying to race back. Stella, an Unknown. Oh, dunk from Goobers! Invicta Esports went all in on that play. Goobers probably shouldn't have done that, but yet it still favors him. And Invicta Esports, that really scared me. Goobers jumping in like that. And he gets fortunate there. Oh, that really matters here to Invicta. And for Astral Supernova, the pressure is on that defense. Again, can't keep Invicta out forever. As they're going to have to find ways to maybe get more consistency on that offense. While getting open net goals is not a bad idea. I see them really force Invicta to play that's to their style. Astral can control the pace of the game. They're not a fast team. They're not a particularly surprising team when you watch them. They can definitely control the pace of the game. And even if they don't, again, they're so good at capitalizing on mistakes that you really can't ever expect something else from them, as that's a good shot from Unknown. And Astral Supernova, in the blink of an eye, it's a pass over to Unknown, and he just does not wait to unleash that one. A tie game. As Unknown Soldier and his shooting, we haven't really talked up much about it, but it is very strong. Well, it is there on full display, but Invicta the other way back, off the back wall, Rezi. Sent out Goobers into the midfield, Sultan Pestas. Duncan, Unknown Soldier, bounce in front. Rezi's gonna take this. Now he's gonna chase down Goobers, he does get it there. Unknown. Balanced by Sultan Pestas, Goobers. Is that on target? No, it's not. It is wide. Sultan Pestas. Almost no boost in their tank, just trying to put on. Unknown has looked very awkward in front of the net there. Not the first time where he has looked really uncomfortable in front of his own net. As Rezi's looking bad there! Goobers is going to get a fortunate roll in. Two straight chances where Astral Supernova are being tested on the goal line, and they did not meet their mark. Something about this team that does hurt them again is that slow pace, they're not the mechanical team. When you put in plays that are a little more tough mechanically, this Astral Supernova team does tend to crack, does tend to break. That's a good kickoff goal, Goobers! And something else I've mentioned about these lower ranked teams, they go for that boost kickoff, and at this level, at this point in the playoffs, you have to start taking more risks on the kickoff. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, any team that goes for the boost on kickoff is automatically making a mistake. You cannot do that on a kickoff in twos. You have to cheat. Invicta have done it all series long, and if Astral Supernova don't have a consistent kickoff where they lose all the time, they're going to be in a tough position to actually win those kickoffs. That cheat will allow Invicta to move upfield as Goobers on target, number 4 for Invicta. Took them a while to get their goals coming in, but now that they're coming in full force. A lot of pressure. A lot of action. We'll see how things kind of move here for Supernova, if they can maybe make some adjustments, make some efforts to come back. Still some Pestas. Unknown Soldier's got the block. He'll keep it away here. We're only halfway through this game, and already scoreline very heavily in favor of Invicta. As a dunk look for Goobers. Won't get it, but Sultan Pestas off the back wall. Second touch is potential. That won't work, and he's going to try to keep it away. It's still up the back wall. Now Goobers will shoot. And Goobers will score. Again, when the mechanics of Astral Supernova are being put to the test, they have struggled to really keep up with them. And it looks like those struggles just continue. Goobers to the corner. Rezi is waiting. Get that clear away. Sultan Pestas. Rezi can't take it. Sella to the corner. A dunk from Unknown still. As Rezi off the corner. Unknown Soldier will send it away. And Invicta Esports again, they look like they're kind of in cruise control at this point. When you're leading by 4 goals with so little time left, there's nothing. You can't help but feel a bit like you're in cruise control. I mean, they still have to kind of have that aura of seriousness, because this is a best of 7. This is a playoff qualification match, and if there's any team that would hate to miss out on the playoffs, it would be Invicta, who were so close to getting in the regular season, only a few spots behind. This series really matters to this team. Astral Supernova, not as much. When we last saw them on the stream, they've mentioned they don't care as much about the playoffs. They're just here to have fun. They're here to really try to prove everybody wrong and just kind of get wins when they can. Invicta Esports have a lot more to lose here, and that's why they're making this game 6 so one-sided. They're trying to make sure they shut down Supernova and really kind of force them into submission. Again, a scoreline like this definitely will help you in that way. There's Rezi, 2 touches. Sells Pestas. Off the corner, miss from Rezi, unknown soldier. Still unknown, going down the field. Rezi doesn't read it. Will go to the corner. And Astral again, just trying to hold on to defense at this point. They're trying to find one more chance, but every touch they make is just getting met by Invicta, who again are forcing Astral into more mechanical situations that, again, this team is not a mechanical team. They're not going to be that kind of team where you see them going for these really high-level plays. Hello, Scarecrow, how you doing? Welcome in, Scarecrow. Nice to see you. Welcome in again. It's always great to have those returning visitors as Invicta Esports now make it 7-1. No, Scarecrow's not in either of the orgs. He was on Radiance. He was on Radiance, which isn't even around anymore, so... But yeah, again, if you do... I don't know if you're a fan of underdogs. You could be a fan of the underdogs in Astral Supernova. These guys were promoted from the Challenger 2v2 division last season. That was a C1, C2 division. They're playing in a C3, GC1 division for their first time together. In twos, and again, they made it to the playoffs even with an absolutely horrible record. These guys have actually shown to be quite strong underdog performers. Though Invicta are the favorites, in this org itself has just barely missed it onto the playoffs. They're trying to make it. Prince is gone. I don't know if it's gone entirely, Scarecrow, but I can tell you, I don't believe it's around anymore, unfortunately. As Invicta here, a 7-1 game 2. After losing game 1 2-0, they've just absolutely dominated the offense this game. A complete change around, and they just needed some shots to land, and all they needed. Okay, we'll move into game number 3 at this point. Invicta are the major underdogs in the poll, yeah, but they're not the underdogs in this matchup. They are not the underdogs in this matchup. I can tell you that for certain. They ended off their season with a record of 5-3. They came out as the 7th best team in the league. Astral Supernova ended off the record 3-5 with the 15th best seed. And Astral, yeah, with 2 of those wins coming in the last 3 weeks of the regular season. We actually got to see both of those wins on this stream. So yes, they are major underdogs. Although, again, I told you, they have underdog power. This is not a team that you should be just, like, kind of pushing off. They know what they're doing. Although, against Invicta Esports, they've got a real test here. Invicta, if they can continue what they did last game, this is not going to be much of a contest. Astral Supernova have a lot to prove in Game 3. As the first of 2 playoff matches tonight. This is the only one for Skyward Series. We're going to have one later tonight for Amateur Gaming League. That'll be another 2v2, actually. That will be another really nice series. Now, these teams, again, continue to on the fight. Astral Supernova need to counteract some offense. As now an infield pass, unknown soldier off the post, and it rolls in the line before it goes in. Astral Supernova brought the offense. I said they needed some aggression. Well, that's definitely how you do it. Not letting your teammate and not letting your opponents have much space on their back half. And really, again, it's a lot of crowding from Astral. Is now Invicta the other way. Goober's off the kickoff. And it's an answer right back only 4 seconds later. And Invicta are the ones who score now. And again, a lot of boost happened for the boost for Astral Supernova. A kickoff that I've always said I do not like that kickoff. And yet they still go for it. That's the reason why I don't like it. It gives the other team the ball, and I never like that kind of kickoff, especially in twos. In threes, it's a little more excusable. You can, because someone does go for the boost, but in twos, you don't need to go back all that way. In twos, you can cheat, and it's usually more beneficial anyways. And yet they don't go for that kickoff, and it is very strange, although, I guess to be fair, it's only given up 2 goals so far this series. It hasn't been their biggest issue, that's for sure. There's Goobers. Pinched away. Sooner have to play some defense. It's good telling me it's the meta Well, I don't like that meta. I'll be very honest, I don't like that meta. Also, the reason why it works well in high-level play is because they can control the kickoff. You're not going to control the kickoff at this level as easily. Again, the only reason that kickoff works is if you can absolutely control it. And pros can do it a lot better than C3 GC1s can. In threes, yes, you should have someone cheat. In twos, I actually would prefer you to cheat. I think it's a lot better for kickoffs, especially at this level. Unless you're, again, in the pro, you can control things. At this level, not so much. As Devonic, thank you for the follow. Welcome to support your stream. We're in Game 3 here. Astral, Supernova, Invicta, Esports. Loser of this is out for their season. Winner will move to the top 8 playoffs. This is the final week of the Wildcard. Both these teams need to win. As Stelton Pestas dunked away. Invicta gonna break out, but Astral Supernova have done well to hold that midfield. There's now a long touch from Goobers. Unknown Soldier trying to get the dunk on Goobers, but it won't really work for him as Resi has the clear. This one will be pinched away. As I think that was a Rule 1 from Unknown Soldier. He just broke Rule 1. We'll see how that kind of factors into the situation. A lot of people have superstitions about those unwritten rules. We'll see if maybe those superstitions hurt Astral here. I mean, for now, nothing has happened just yet, but we'll see. This is Unknown Soldier on the back wall. He's going to clear it away. Overall, again, the pressure is just very neutral. This is very reminiscent of Game 1, where either team is really winning. Both teams have their chances. Both teams have also counter chances. Astral Supernova specifically have had this really strong midfield challenge game. It has absolutely been the reason that they've kept this so close. They can continue to win challenges just like that. They're going to keep Invicta Esports back. They're going to keep most teams back with that kind of gameplay. But Invicta keeping their things very grounded. It's only going to favor Astral Supernova more. They like that kind of ground game. They're not an aerial game. You've already seen that from last game. They did not do well with the aerial players. That's a good shot in front! Unknown Soldier, no, well, I think I did curse that he just went for an aerial in front of the net. 2-1 the scoreline for Astral Supernova. As, yeah, Unknown Soldier immediately says, aerial game? No, I can do the aerial game just fine. And, he's gonna prove me wrong, I guess. Invicta off the kickoff. Unknown Soldier will keep it out, but here comes Stella Tempestas. He'll be able to tie things up, but again, the kickoff becoming more of an issue for Astral Supernova! What a shot from Stella Tempestas! And that first chance was just a little wide, and that gave Astral Supernova a whole sense of security. They started to push out, but that follow-up shot was incredible. Well, Astral done well to keep things close. Invicta Esports, credit to them. I mean, they're keeping up very well to this pressure. There's Unknown, saved by Stella Tempestas. 1 minute on the clock here as any goal could be the winner. Stella Tempestas, 1v1, looking for the flick. It doesn't work there. Unknown Soldier has the block, but he's running on high boost as in comes Goobers. The quick plays from Invicta. Stella Tempestas, not on target. Goobers will wait for the catch. Risi has done well to beat him on that. Ball will be sent away. AGL Amateur Gaming League. As there's a shot from Stella Tempestas. Oh, we'll talk about the AGL later. For now, we gotta talk about this goal from Stella Tempestas. Again, the air game, well, that's just proven that they can keep up with it. It's not been their strong suit. The mechanics have not been something they've been fond of. Invicta Esports really have started to kind of break that down. As, yeah, AGL, that's Amateur Gaming League Scarecrow. It's a newer league. It's run by, if you know NJ Outlaw, he's one of the admins for that league. Also one of the admins for Skyward series. You're actually going to see more if you stick around later tonight. We do have a match from AGL later tonight. It's a quarterfinal matchup for a 2v2 league, so don't want to see it as that's a good shot from Unknown Soldier. The answer is for Astral Supernova. Right off the back wall. And it goes in for Unknown. His shooting has been absolutely elite. As Block going in and saying, thanks for the tier 1 cast as always. Hey, no problem. I got you. Although I'll be honest, this game has not been... I've been talking a lot to you guys. There's been a lot of goals that have gone in while I've been talking. I'll just get these last couple seconds. We'll see what happens. Stella Tempestas! Why is that net open? Invicta Esports, a 4-3 lead. Busy left. He went for boost. Stella Tempestas will not let you run away with that one. There's a follow coming from Cincinnati. Welcome to the Sportiest stream. Thank you so much. Good luck in your match here against Swordfish TFT nerds later on as Invicta Esports. One more goal for the kickoff after second this game. And you're starting to see why I don't like that boost grabbing kickoff. Yeah, it doesn't work to me. And I'm not a big fan of his HX2. Thank you for the follow. Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, if it is HX2. Or if there's some way to pronounce it. But again, thank you. Good luck in your match later tonight against Swordfish TFT nerds. As that should be Invicta Esports. Yeah, it will be a 5-3 win, unless somehow Celtimistas gets that. Rezi's not going to let him. Will be sent the other way, or Rezi won't be able to put it on. Siniety? Oh, it's Siniety. My bad. No, it is Siniety. What are you saying? It is Siniety. Unless it is Siniety. Wait, if you're in there, Siniety, let me know if I'm how to pronounce your name. As we're gonna go into game 4 here. As Utopia Coliseum Dusk, the next map. Unknown Soldier already leaving the match. We're gonna have Spyro jumping in there, making the substitution here for Astral Supernova. Bringing in Spyro. Surprisingly, actually didn't start with him. But he is a little more defensive. He's not nearly as strong in the shooting, but these guys have a lot stronger chemistry with each other. We'll see how that works as we move into our 4th game here. Oh, Cynics and Cincinnati, yeah, they're the same guys. They both go by this. Yeah, Cynics and Cincinnati, it's the same guy. He goes by both. But now we're gonna go into game 4. Invicta Esports, Astral Supernova. And it's been a real close game, back and forth kind of action. Astral Supernova have had their struggles to really keep up, especially again when that ball's in the air. Well, that's a good shot. Selton Bestis will he get back to it? No, he won't. Spyro puts it in, and the substitute, making his name known. Not even 30 seconds in. Astral Supernova trying to turn things around for them. A good play to use. See if that kind of pressure continues here. Rezi Dalton Pestas with the block. And here goes Invicta again. Dalton Pestas trying to dribble. Rezi's already got that jump going. And Astral Supernova again. That ground game's been their strong suit. If they keep things on the ground, they do well. Although right now it doesn't really feel like they have any strong suit because Invicta again are playing with some real pace. Dalton Pestas Goobers don't care that there's a sub being made. They're going to put on that same level of aggression, same level of offense. As Rezi, the side wall. Goobers, pinch down the field. Spyro's going to take it away. Goobers, infield attempts, looking for Stelton Pestas, but Rezi's going over, bumping Stella. And that will stop the play again. Just a great move to, again, get rid of that kind of pressure. But that's a really good pitch. Rezi, what a save. He's jumped to his back while he gets to that one. Astral Supernova keep their 1-goal lead alive for now. Stelton Pestas kept out by Rezi. Will bounce off the corner here for Supernova, but Goobers will send it away. Invicta Esports trying to put on the pressure, but Astral have done well to keep it out. Stelton Pestas, 1 touch, not 2 touches. Goobers just trying to keep things away from danger. Invicta Esports going all the way back. Off the back wall, Goobers. Stelton Pestas, Goobers will jump for this one, running out of boost on the way there. Stelton Pestas needs to get this one. A touch, Rezi, he's just own goaled. Oh dear, Rezi's just put it in his own net. It's a great passing play from Invicta. That shot was going on target initially, but Rezi had time. Panicked when he just needed to take a few extra moments. That's going to really sting for the Astral Supernova defender. They can definitely put an answer. Spyro, up the back wall, Goobers. Oh, he may have just done gold here. Rezi! Stelton Pestas keeps it out. Here comes another chance. That one saved by Goobers. Across the net, Stelton Pestas clears it. Invicta stay alive. On their goal line. Calamity in front, and yet somehow Goobers comes up with that save. It was close, it was tense, and it was really, really difficult, but Invicta Esports, I mean, they get the job done. Arezi, back wall, clear from Stella Tempestas. Spyro jumped in that too, so a chance down the field here. Shot from Stella Tempestas, off the bar, off the post, and it is kept out by the third defender here for Astral Supernova, the most reliable defender, that is that woodwork. Scoobers, challenge incoming. Supernova starting to really throw themselves at this ball in offense, really just hoping that something will stick for them, it feels. Again, it feels like that there is desperation for this team. They really need that next goal. Just tell by the things that they're going for, as Rezi is going to cut that one. An interception will go the other way. Astral Supernova only scored from these long clears. They've made it really work. Their defense has been on point this game. Invicta Esports tried these passing plays in vain. They've just been too close to that net to where Astral Supernova will challenge. Again, I want to see Invicta keep the ball up in the air. If they are going to pass, I want to see them pass a little further out. Really force Astral Supernova to challenge them and not the other way. There's Rezi off the ceiling. That bounce is a little awkward here for Invicta, but they have handled it with worse things before in the series. Spyro has a dribble. Stella Tempestas will take the boost and will leave it for Goobers. Rezi, save, but Stella Tempestas, that won't be on target. Spyro's going to take it anyways. Now an infield chance from Stella. Still Invicta Esports are meeting a brick wall in Astral Supernova. Challenged by Goobers. That's off the sidewall. Double commit from Astral. Stella Tempestas now. Shot on target! And that's perfectly placed. Stella Tempestas saw the open chance, and they did not miss. Just out of reach of Astral Supernova. 47 seconds, a tie game once again. Again, these games are not without their spectacles. Looks like a movie in some sense with how this series has been going. It's seriously been back and forth for Stella Tempestas. One-on-one on the open net! And they get the forced in! Invicta with the lead at last. Stella Tempestas just beats out Spyro. And again, it's just enough work for them. Stella Tempestas. Touch to the midfield. Spyro trying to send it away. Off the sidewall. Goobers challenge on Rezi. Invicta want to seal this one. Goobers, low shot. Spyro's got the block. Now looking for the clear away. Stella Tempestas. That will go to the back wall. Rezi's trying to send it away, but being met by Invicta, who are now going to their own back end just to waste out precious seconds here. Supernova's got a challenge. Spyro, the only one to do it. Keeps it up, keeps it alive. Stella Tempestas wants it to hit the ground. Rezi won't be able to get that dribble there. Invicta Esports are on match point. One more game is needed to take this series. One more game is needed to go to the top 8, the quarterfinals. That next game, that could be the tough one. We've seen 3-1 comebacks before in the stream. In fact, we've seen so many of them. They've actually been listed. I believe I have had 10 of them on my stream's history. I do have a list of them. 3-1 comeback, quite a legendary comeback on this stream. As Supernova now have to make that comeback possible. As Unknown Soldier joining back in here. Fort Rezi, they're making changes here as Supernova. Well, sure, they are playing for fun. They still want to get the win, and they're going to try to just kind of change that roster up. Unknown Soldier's going to be an interesting addition, though, to Spyro. We'll see what happens here. If that change will do something here for Astral Supernova, because even with the changes, they've kept things close. They just haven't been able to really take that lead they did in Game 1. Invicta trying to make it 4 games straight in this one. All they need is one more win. The lights are on. The field is ready. Let's go to Game 5. Invicta Esports. All they need is one more win, and they'll be in the quarterfinals. It's easier said than done. Supernova have gone to Game 7 before in this Wildcard, although that matchup was against the Immigrants, a much weaker team in comparison. Invicta Esports are going to prove to already be a much tougher challenge as Stealth and Pestas. Yes, the dunk on Spyro. Stealth and Pestas trying to get one more. Unknown Soldier got the block. In comes Goobers. That's on target. Already the quick pace of Invicta Esports catching Astral Supernova. Again, Stealth and Pestas. The speed at which they're just going for this ball is making Astral Supernova jump early. Forcing them to commit to plays that they would rather not be so committed to. As Goobers off the kickoff. Goal 2 for Invicta. Anything started really quickly here. Again, not wasting all that much time. Just to put one on. Invicta are ready. Again, they want to get to those playoffs in this best of 7. They know, again, that they're a team that should be making it. So many people look at this bracket and go, yes, Invicta's got the side of the bracket that will work for them. They've just got to be able to get those wins. They got their first week win. It was, I believe, a sweep. Second week is proving to be a little tougher, but even then, they're still looking like the better team. But again, that last game could still elude them. They have to be focused in this one as Stealth and Pest is trying to put it in field. Spyro's kept it to the corner. Goobers waiting back. Spyro. One-on-one chances, but that play will be able to develop. Invicta, again, are just waiting here for the play to kind of work in their favor. Waiting for the opening here from Astral Supernova as Stealth and Pest does off the back wall. Second touch, couldn't put it on. And Spyro will take it away. Dribble. Spyro looking for Unknown in front. Stealth and Pestas with a block. Invicta in it up. Stealth and Pestas. Met by Unknown Soldier. Spyro. Lost the handle on this one. Invicta's got the ball again. Goobers will get another challenge again. What's really working for Invicta is that speed in which they're doing these maneuvers. They're not doing anything, I think, characteristically better than Astral Supernova. They're just doing it faster. Work in a way that Astral Supernova have to play kind of a catch-up game when it comes to that kind of stuff. And, well, I mean, catching up to your opponent, it's not something you want to be doing in a 2v2 matchup. Again, the speed of Invicta on full display. Stella Tempestas. We'll wait on it. Now here comes the dribble. Stella. Ooh, what a move. Open net in front, looking for the pass. Across for Goobers. Stella Tempestas. On target, Goobers. We'll just get the last touch there. We'll steal the goal away. A lot of unnecessary passing, but it still goes in for Invicta. And if it goes in, they don't complain. The overlay reads 3-0. Invicta Esports in the lead. The orange or red, depending on what color you want to call them, side is in the lead. As Supernova, no goals yet as we're now halfway through this game. Invicta, again, are just pulling away at this point. As now a miss from Spyro, Unknown Soldier will send it out anyways, but again, the midfield is being kept closed here from Invicta. Stealth and Pestas not on target. Spyro will look for Unknown. Shot down the field, lots off the back wall. Goobers cowering in net. Spyro shoots. Goobers with a stand-up play on defense. And all the way back goes Astral as Unknown Soldier. Leaving it for Spyro there. Look at this from Invicta again. Just continuing the challenge, continuing to play fast. That had to have been a game plan kind of coming into this. It was just the idea that, oh, they're going to play fast, but we're going to play faster than Astral. So that definitely feels like what they're trying to do here, is just play really speedy. I mean, it's working. Astral Supernova, not known for their pace. So that's a good flick from Goobers to the back post. Speed wasn't really an option there for Goobers. Just kept things going at his own pace. And one-on-one with Spyro, he finds the back post open. 4 goals for Invicta, 0 for Astral Supernova. 1:45 left on the clock. It feels like this series might already be wrapped up, but, well, just for good measure, here goes another goal for Goobers. That's his 5th. This guy's only 1 away from a double hat-trick. A rarity to see in a 2v, in really any match, even a 2v2. Goobers trying to make this series a big one. There's Astral Supernova the other way. Skeleton Pestas. We'll find Goobers. Now Goobers is just gonna send one downfield. Unknown Soldier. He'll collect it. He's gonna get chased down by Goobers. Esports haven't been one to go for that many demo attempts. They really haven't seen the need for them, especially if they're playing again this fast playstyle. But them just already outpacing our Supernova. Overcommitting on offense is not necessary for this team as Skeleton Pestas with a beat. They'll get their first of the game. I mean, they've already made 3 assists, so they have a playmaker award. It only feels right that Skeleton Pestas will get a goal on top of it. And yeah, this series is already kind of marking its end. Invicta Esports will win 4-1, although we still have a little over a minute left. We will play throughout this whole game. See how many goals Invicta does get here to end off this series to mark their qualification into that final bracket. Spyro on target, Skeleton Pestas. Close one on target. Here comes Unknown Soldier. That's going to be an open net. And Supernova won't be shut out in this game, at the very least. Takes them a while to get that first goal. Takes them too long to get that first goal, but at least they get that first goal. At least it's a parting kind of a mark from Astral Supernova. Again, it's been a season for them that many didn't expect them to do this well. Didn't expect them to end their season off taking on some teams that had already come into the season with some high remarks. But a lot of people didn't expect them to get through that first round of the Wildcard. And yet they've been able to prove a lot of people wrong here in their first season in an All-Star 2 videos. Unfortunately, though, they are a challenger team coming up in the All-Star. They're going to meet a lot of tough competition they're just not used to. They're just not ready for. And Invicta definitely proving to be one such competition for them because of the series. Well, it's definitely ending off in the way that I think it was expected to end off. Goobers make it 7-1. We've seen one already, a 7-1 win for Invicta. I think that was game 2. They won that way. So Unknown Soldier, second touch, not on target. No seconds. Unknown Soldier's already backflipped. Skeleton Pestas will actually take away from Goobers there. Wants to go for the solo attempt themselves. Up in the air. Beaten by Unknown Soldier, and this will eventually hit the ground here for an Invicta Esports win. They'll take the series 4-1. They're moving to the top 8. It did end off one-sided, but mark my word, these middle games, well, it was still Invicta Esports' series to win. They did do well to keep up. But keep up is all they could do. Again, that will mark the end of their season. Invicta Esports are moving to that final bracket. Again, it's a good performance from Invicta. Again, they were expected to win. They proved that. Again, they've gone through this bracket quickly. It was a 4-1, a 4-1. And they've got through both their opponents quickly here. They've definitely deserve their spot now. As let's take a look again at that schedule coming up. Again, our next match will be Swordfish TFT Nerds Stryker Phantoms. You won't want to miss that matchup. As let's again, I think they would like an interview for Invicta. Again, their season has been quite the strong one. Actually, again, they're 2v2 seasons over. They still have a 3v3 season, but they do have to play the same team, so they're going to get a taste for that. We'll see how well they do in 2 and 3s. I won't be streaming that matchup, but I'm sure that will be a very interesting series, to say the least. As joining me here, just to chat for a little bit, is Goobers. Goobers, you've been here before in your Fury match when you beat Team Ignition. Now you take down Invicta Esports in a very similar manner. It was not nearly as one-sided as I think your match against Team Ignition Academy, but here, again, what a matchup it was. And this is for the top 8 as well. Again, a huge performance. How do you feel finally getting to that top 8 that you wholeheartedly deserve?
It feels great, but the work's not done yet. We still got 3v3 against these same guys, and they're very competitive. They're a great team, so we're going to have to play our hearts out to to finish it off in threes as well.
Yeah, of course. And while we will talk about that 3v match, let's talk about this 2v2 series. It did not start off well for you guys. You guys couldn't even score in game one. It looked like your offense was just not ready. And again, a lot of people were saying, "Hey, Astral Supernova, this is Cinderella team. You can't count them out." And it felt like a lot of people were counting you out after that first game. But you came back a 7-1 game too. So what happened in that first game, and what kind of changed going into the latter half of the series where you would win 4 games in a row?
Well, sadly, we decided to run ranked before, and ranked right now is just not fun. So we've fallen down to like low champ 2, champ 1, and we were still losing. And so I think we were coming into the match just like down, and after that first game, we realized like, okay, we're just missing like our punishing, or we're just rotating a little bit weird, and that they took advantage of it in the first game, but I think we adjusted well. But we've kind of played these guys before in threes in the main season, so I mean we kind of know how they play. It was just the little adjustments, and the 7-1 definitely helped bring us back more, like just to get the morality up. But
Yeah, and I mean, again, you are one of the few teams that where both your players are both in their 2v2 and a 3v3 team, and you both are playing in the playoffs. There's not a lot of teams that can kind of share that sentiment. Like they have a full rosters for 2s and 3s. So again, it's a unique experience for you guys. Can you kind of describe what it's like to have Stealth and Festus as your teammate for both these teams? Again, 2s and 3s, and with a chance to make the playoffs in both. Not the playoffs, the final bracket in both.
well, I'd say it's similar to a Cinderella story, like you were saying. Me and Stella, like when I first got the game, because he had played it for I'd say a while, but we always play together. Like when I first hopped on the game, I was a bronze, and I'm pretty sure he was like diamond at the time, and he was willing to play with me. And I mean, here we are today. Like we've both been through so much. We know how each other play, but we just have that team chemistry. We've always played together, and it does feel very special to be able to get to, I'd say, this deep into the playoffs together, both in 2s and 3s. And so no matter what happens on Thursday in 3s, it's just so much fun playing with Stella and my other teammates on our Empire team for 3s. So
Yeah, of course. Again, you guys have looked really strong in your matches. Again, is there what do you kind of think about kind of being in that top 8? I am trying to find out actually who your matchup. Do you know who you're playing next? Trying to take a look and see who it is. I would be able to find out if I knew.
I can't really tell, because I remember Bezo said he was planning on like reseeding once we got to the next point, but
Okay,
I
well,
still have
you
to
know what?
submit everything. So
I will
we'll
ask you
see how
this
it shakes
though.
out.
Going through all their 4 teams that we know have already made it are Stryker New Jersey, New Age Nova, Unknown Esports Academy, and Unknown Astros, 2 unknown esports teams. Of those 4 teams, you have to play one of them. Is there any team you want to play?
I definitely think we'd want to play New Jersey if possible. That they managed to best us in 3v3, so we'd like to show them what a loss feels like in 2s, maybe. But they're a good group of guys. I know Outlaw plays on their team, and it looks like they've had a fantastic season in 2s. So I'd like to see how we match up against them.
Falling out the number 1 seed, the only undefeated team in All-Star 2v2s. Quite a tall order for you guys, but I love to hear that kind of confidence. Again, congratulations on your win. Of course, we will go to 3v3s now. You got to play these guys again in 3v3s. So, how do you feel? Do you think you've kind of learned anything from this 2v2 match that you're going to take into that 3v3?
I think we kind of know their pacing, but I mean, in the end, 2s is so much different than 3s. So, but we definitely will be looking at the replays from our regular season 3v3 match and see what we did right, see what we can, pick up the slack on. And I definitely think we'll look more at the 3v3s than this 2v2, but they're going to definitely come back hungry whenever, that I kind of feel bad to knock them out both sides of 2s and 3s, but it's going to be hard for us to be able to do that, because now they're going to want to trade it.
Yeah, they're going to want that win even more. But again, congratulations on your win and making the top 8. Of course, before you go, we always end off this. Do you have any shoutouts, any final words for the stream here? I mean, you've done it before when you played against Ignition Academy. Is there anything you want to say here? Is there anything that has changed?
Still the usual shout out to my teammate Stella. wonderful player. And shout out to all the people playing ranked right now. You've got my number. And 40, thank you so much for casting us. So big shout out to you.
Of course. Well, congratulations on your win, Goobers here, and for the rest of Invicta Esports. I guess one player is the rest of Invicta Esports here. Congratulations to you and Salazar Bestis on that win. Good luck in the top 8. The main event is only a few days away, so you better start getting into kind of that tournament practice.
Of course. Thank you so much again.
Of course. Have an amazing rest of your night.
You too.
That was Goobers of Invicta Esports again. What a nice guy. I'm happy to have him join us here. As again, reminder, we still have one more match coming up later tonight. It'll be Swordfish TFT Nerds taking on Stryker Phantoms for what will be a best of 5 coming up really soon. We'll be back after a quick break. Thank you, Under Arrest for the follow. Welcome to my stream. I'm gonna get started in just a few minutes. The Amateur Gaming League is ready. These teams are ready. On one side, the undefeated Stryker Phantoms. On the other, Swordfish TFT Nerds. all that they've worked for has progressed them to the playoffs, to the quarterfinals here on the Sportiest stream. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys haven't seen me already, my name's Sporty FC. Nice to see you. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. Again, as I've said, we've got an AGL quarterfinals match coming up. But let's take a look at what we've seen already. Just earlier, we saw Astral, Supernova, Invicta, Esports with a chance to make the top 8. Where Invicta Esports would win 4 games to 1 in a best of 7. This matchup, though, will be a best of 5. It's going to be a little bit shorter in its length. It's going to be interesting as well to see how these teams will play. Because Stryker Phantoms are the heavy favorite. They're the number 1 seed. They are 6-0 coming into this. All 6 weeks they've beaten their opponents, included Swordfish, TFT Nerds in week 6, where they beat them 3-1. Swordfish, TFT, and off their season 3-3. They are actually the weakest team here in this grouping. Out of the 8 teams that have made it to the playoffs, they're the weakest of the 8th seed, so they've got a lot of work to do. But you're gonna recognize these TFT Nerds players. It's Bromank and Storyteller, both on that roster. Strong players, ready for action, I'm sure. Again, you might recognize those guys because they're both players of Swordfish Bebop. They'll be playing against Cynics, Dev, HX2. Again, Cynics, Dev, HX2 should be a pretty interesting roster. Again, they're taking on 15 Nerds, which, again, Bromax, Storyteller, and it's also Dude Stop Smiling as their third. We'll be seeing these teams again playing in very soon in this next best of 5. All of you are here to support one of these teams. Swordfish or Stryker, both pretty big orgs in their own right, so happy to see them both make it to the stream. And again, one of these teams has had a much better season than the other, and that team is Stryker Phantoms. Again, undefeated, even taking down this TFT Nerds team before. And we'll see how this team is. I can already see Cynics is actually already in the lobby here. With HX2, so they're joining in early. If these players do join in early, we can get the series started. But for right now, again, we're gonna get that prediction poll up. Who do you think is winning? Swordfish, TFT Nerds. Do you think they're gonna be at a big upset, or do you see the favorites win again? Go 2-0 at this team in the last 2 weeks. We'll see how it works. Again, this is the first round of the playoffs. This is the quarterfinals. I do not have a bracket with me. They don't have a bracket for these HL finals. What I can tell you again, this is the quarterfinals. Winner of this will move to the semis, where there are best of 7s. Loser is out. It's a single elimination bracket, so you cannot lose here in this one. As we are just waiting on both these teams to make it in. As soon as they're both in, we'll be good to go. As again, I would assume that most people will be voting for Stryker Phantoms here. Again, they are the favorites, but we'll see. See how that works. As again, we're just getting ready for this one, which will be the last match of the night in the AGL quarterfinals. We'll see again how this kind of progresses, but should be very interesting to say the least. Again, let's see where you predict this. But again, Cineti, we're gonna call him Cynics. That's the name he actually asked me to call him, so we're gonna call him Cynics. And he's playing against, I would assume it's gonna be Bromank Storyteller, but they also have, again, Dude Stop Smiling is that third. We'll see which of those 3 players is here for this one, and these teams can sub, so we'll see if maybe that will ever be utilized in this series. But again, Stryker Phantoms are the heavy favorites. They won against this team last 3-1. It's another best of 5. Again, it's literally 2 weeks since these guys last played each other. That was in week 6. They had week 7 off right before the playoffs, so that the playoff brackets were made. Now again in week 8, now that the playoffs have started. This is the quarterfinals. Winner will move to semis. Loser is out. So pretty big matches for these teams. And gotta love the support here for these teams. Keep on voting. I want to see a good amount of voting here for these teams. For this best of 5. Predictions so far, both teams have had their votes, so Not too surprised to see it. I'm happy to see both these teams going to get their support and their love. I think they both deserve it. But again, I assume that we are going to see TFT Nerds joining on time. This match is only a few minutes from now, so we are, again, doing pretty well. Bromank's super cool. Yeah, he is. Bromank's cool. I've had him on the stream a ton. He's a great guy. He's also one of the guys he's also one of the owners of Swordfish, so. Again, I'm really interested in seeing how that will work. Again, we're going to see which of these two teams will come out on top. Swordfish Esports, Stryker Esports, two orgs that have made their name known. These are both orgs that are pretty big in size. Stryker specifically has been around for a while, and they have, I don't know how many teams, they have so many teams nowadays. It's quite impressive. But again, they're taking on Swordfish. Swordfish is much smaller of an org, but they've really grown in the last couple months. So I'm not too surprised to see again a Swordfish team make as far, especially since it is Bromank's team. And we should be getting these things started in any moment. Man, thank you all so much for joining in. Again, it will be the last match tonight. As soon as this match is over, that'll be it for all the matches here. Again, it's been a nice night. 2 matches, pretty chill. Definitely been relaxing back here. It's always nice to get back to the casting scene. Especially with how busy schooling is. It's always nice to get a couple matches just to kind of relax and see what happens. Because yes, even though this is quite high intense for me, it's pretty relaxing. I'm happy. I'm having fun with it. As again, we are just getting things kind of sorted out. And Swordfish join on in. We're going to be getting the series starting. And we'll get these 2v2s underway again. Both match tattoos, which is always fun. I love to see 2v2s, so I'm happy with that. And again, get your predictions going. Get your votes in. Still have a good amount of you still have a good couple minutes to do it, but might as well do it now. Again, we have hit our match start time now, so Swordfish should be in any moment. Swordfish TFT Nerds, which stands for Teamfight Tactics. Another game. Never played Teamfight Tactics. I might have to at some point. Who knows? Maybe I have to branch out to other games. We'll see. But again, it's the TFT Nerds, Stryker Phantoms. Will as soon as Bromank Storyteller or Dude Stop Smiling are in, you'll get this match going. This 2v2. Again, this will be quite the matchup. As there we go, it is Bromank's Storyteller jumping in. Not so surprised. They are already here. Quarterfinals underway. Stryker Phantoms have gone undefeated so far, but when the playoffs are here, when the pressure is on, can they withstand the might of Swordfish Esports? Well, we'll find out right here in this best of 5. TFT Nerds, Stryker Phantoms, here we go. Another 2v2 match to end off the night. Stryker Phantoms, again, a good amount of pressure on them to... Again, with how strong their season's been, a loss here would be absolutely detrimental. And already Cynics went off the post, and he just wouldn't put it in. Follow-up shot. That is Cynics' start. Stryker Phantoms did not take long before they got those scoring started. The pressure, I think they've already answered if they're under pressure. They're not under that much pressure. It looks quite calm on that play. Swordfish TFT Nerds have their work cut out for them. Stryker Phantoms are going to give them a real run here because last time we had these teams meet was week 6, that final week of the regular season. Phantoms will win 3-1, obviously, ending off their season undefeated. TFT Nerds are considered the lowest ranked team here that has actually made it into the playoffs. They're considered the 8th seed, but that actually surprises me to see them at this kind of a low seeding. I do think, though, they will hold their own against this team. But we'll see just how much they can hold up as Stryker Phantoms on the field. HX2 misses it. Storyteller sent away, but it's going to be the real player I focus on is going to be Storyteller. We know what Bromank's can do. We know how consistent he is. He can play up to this kind of play style. My question's really on Storyteller. He's not as... He's not nearly the same kind of high-level player I think of when I think of Bromank. He's going to have to perform very well as that shot from Cynics not on target. Maybe a follow-up chance, but that will be pinched across. And Swordfish TFT Nerds have kept their defense well. And now they can get the offense against Stryker, although that didn't last long. Cynics has already taken it right back. Challenged by Bromag. Back wall, no second touch as HX2 gets rid of it. And that will be cleared away to Cynics. No touch there. Swordfish, TFT Nerds, back up the field. Bromag. Clear from Cynics. Follow-up touch. Towards the back wall. Bromag will take it away here. Stryker Phantom still hold their lead, but they're trying to extend it. You can really see them reaching at some of these challenges. That might be where TFT Nerds can start to break through as all these 1v1 plays. Sure, haven't scored on any yet, but the more of them you get, the more chance you'll have to score. Although Cynics gonna send one back, Storyteller's block that. HX2 not on target. Let's go to the back wall, but Bromag, bit awkward. Storyteller, low boost. A challenge from Cynics and go to the wayside. Again, look at this, Stryker Phantoms immediately back under pressure. Well, they haven't scored a lot. They'll score here as that one was bobbled in front of the net. Cynics almost saved his own teammates, but HX2 fortunately continued on with that motion. But actually forced the ball through him as that actually might have been saved by Bromag if Cynics didn't touch it. I'm not even joking. Very strange looking goal that might have actually helped the Phantoms here. Rather than hurt them. But it doesn't really matter how they get those goals. They're up by 2. In a game where that pressure has really been in their favor. Storyteller doesn't have it. HX2 will send it away, but that touch is weak. Cynics getting bumped, still has the dunk, but that's not on target. Bromag is jumping. Cynics to the midfield. Storyteller gonna clear it away. HX2 off that side wall. Storyteller. HX2. Stryker Phantoms again. It's just so much pressure. They really squeeze the life out of you on defense. It's tough to break out in the first place against these guys. When you do, they use their pace. They use their synergy to really match up with each other. That's a good touch from HX2! And it'll result in a goal, a third for Stryker Phantoms. Again, the pace of Stryker Phantoms really catching TFT Nerds off guard. I mean, you expect a fast team for how well they've been playing, but they're playing faster than what you thought would happen. Stryker Phantoms have played well. HX2 wants the 50! Bromag's got the block. And you look to send it away. Stopped by Cynics. Storyteller, 2 touches. Just trying to get this one away, but another challenge from Stryker Phantoms will just keep that ball upfield. HX2 has the dribble. Cynics is going to back up here and receive this 50-50. Here he goes, Cynics. Trying to catch it. Oh, he didn't really succeed on that play. But here comes HX2. He will succeed on that. 3 goals for HX2. What a strange play from Cynics, but somehow it works. Also helps the fact that he bumps Bromag out of that play as well. And Stryker Phantoms are taking full control of this one. Cynics. The sidewall. Storyteller. Has a dribble, HX2 with the demo, but still Swordfish's balls. There's a shot on! Bromag's got it! Well, Stryker Phantoms may have had all the control so far. That's a good shot from Bromag, very well placed. We got a good response from the TFT Nerds. With about a minute left, Stryker Phantoms are just going to have to hold on for at least this point. Don't have any reason to score anymore, although I'm sure for the way that they're playing, they'll like more goals. Might get it too, HX2. On the corner, dunk on Bromag. But, they're going to go all the way back on this one, keeping the ball in their possession. HX2. Bromag challenges it backwards HX2, but even when he's backwards, he still makes a play to outplay Swordfish TFT Nerds. And now he's got another dunk. Stryker Phantoms in the right place at the right time. HX2 on target. Storyteller with the save. Cynics. Pass Bromag. Second touch potential. Storyteller won't let him have that one. HX2. What a fake over Bromag. In front, trying to get the pinch. Left in there. Bromag's got it. Cynics will challenge, but... oh, it was actually his own goal! Cynics! going for a challenge like that, it seems pretty routine. It seems like one where you just go for it, just because why not? And yet, somehow, he just bullied his way through both defenders. Stryker Phantom is putting in a goal to seal this game up for them. Game 1 will go to Stryker Phantoms, but that's kind of just being the settler that it is. First TFT Nerds will get one back, though, with this pinch. Bang! The goal for the TFT Nerds. But again, Stryker Phantoms, so much control, so much pace, they're coming out really fast. Swordfish TFT Nerds have definitely not been able to play up to that level. They're going to have to slow this Stryker Phantoms team down. They're going to have a chance at taking them. As this one will stay up. Potential for one last goal, and I mean, both these teams are looking for a Storyteller. Keep it up, dunked by Cynics. Off the back wall, jumping is HX2! Bar and ground. Stryker Phantoms won't get that last chance, but it doesn't matter. Game 1 is still theirs. Again, a really strong performance from this team. Again, the pace, it feels like everything about Stryker Phantoms is just better than Swordfish TFT Nerds. But give credit where credit's due, TFT Nerds have been able to put a couple goals past them, and if they can kind of slow down Stryker Phantoms, I see Phantoms really struggling. And that's honestly what I see. I need to see TFT Nerds, though, control this game. I need to see them control that ball a lot. Again, slowing down Stryker Phantoms has to be their #1 priority. See a lot of that from Bromank. He's a very control-based player. He's going to need to really rely on that kind of play style, as Stryker Phantoms, again, are just going to do what they do best. And I mean, we've already seen what they do here. Is they're going to play close. They're going to play close. They're going to play with a lot of pace. Going to commit themselves to challenges where and have the other follow up. And those recoveries too are just being played well. X2 not even bumped off. He's got the 50 on Bromank. Stryker Phantoms are just finding the better plays. There's such creativity to break down the Swordfish TFT Nerds side, but I find interesting is that they don't shoot as much as maybe I thought they would for a team at this level. Sure, they had a ton of shots last game, but they do seem to have kind of this ability to kind of hold their shots until they get the moments. As Cynics, midfield, Storyteller will clear. Now he's missed this one. HX2 has that touch, looking for a play to follow up. 50 on Bromank. Again, everything that Phantoms are doing is calculated, is put to a T. They know what they're doing. They know how to do it. Whoever's TFT Nerds, it feels like they're just trying their hardest to catch up and really slow down the Phantoms. They just can't do it. Phantoms are controlling this ball, forcing TFT Nerds to make these very quick decisions, very quick plays. And I don't think they're very pleased with this. Again, this overall kind of chaotic pace from Swordfish, from Stryker Phantoms is catching them as now one-on-one. Bromank going to be faked there by Cynics. Bump on Storyteller, that's going down the field, and Cynics won't get to it. Bromank, with a lot of as creative goals they can get, bumps Storyteller into that one. It's a great assist from Storyteller. Bromank, I mean, it's creativity, very smart play. The Swordfish TFT Nerds will benefit from it. Phantoms, again, a team that's gonna shoot a ton, although they need to be careful here on target. Storyteller, follow up. What a save from HX2. That is not easy. As Cynics can get the pass, Storyteller. Ooh, almost on target from Cynics. Now he's missed it. Bromank, oh, he's cut off by his own teammate. That's not gonna make things good. There's HX2. Challenged. Still in the midfield, HX2 now with a pinch. Storyteller missed it! Cynics will take that! One mistake from the TFT Nerds. And that's the difference. Storyteller didn't read that pinch from HX2. Cynics does. And the heavy commit offense that Stryker Phantoms have brought has worked so well for them. It's a calculated commit. They've done so well at that kind of playstyle. You feel like they're overcommitting in that midfield, and they're not. Although that is an overcommit there. Bromank off the kickoff. We'll drive that one in. That ball just rolls perfectly for him. He'll take any chance he can get, especially against a Stryker like this. Again, anything they can do to kind of slow down Stryker Phantoms' advances, they'll take it. The kickoff win for Swordfish. John on, Cynics will clear it out. Now he'll get that touch past Bromag, HX2. Up to Cynics. I mean, look at this transition. They're just so fluid. Again, it's a beautiful playstyle. These guys really have that chemistry on lockdown. Is HX2. But she's gonna wait for that chance to hook shot it, and he takes the opportunity there. Waiting. Goes HX2. He's still waiting. Now he goes, and Storyteller just didn't predict it. Stryker Phantoms are still playing that same playstyle, and it is still working. Well, this game is now tied. Stryker Phantoms have not been able to take really a strong lead yet, as TFT Nerds have taken chances of their own. Is HX2 in the midfield. Cynics jumping. Bromank actually doesn't have that! Oh, and Cynics has just snuck that one in. What happened here to Bromank? He just was not ready. He must have expected that target touch from Cynics. He looked like he was going for the dunk on that play. A strange decision when the ball is way closer to him than it is to Cynics. And that decision, oh well, he won't have to think about it for very long because it's already going to be proved to be costly. As now to the back wall. HX2 will clear. Cynics shot on and in. It didn't take them long. 3 goals in a row from Stryker Phantoms. It's 3 goals in less than 15 seconds apart from each other. Again, it's just that pace. They're breaking out so quickly. TFT Nerds cannot contain that kind of pressure. And with all the creativity they have, Stryker Phantoms, proving that they have more of it. And now HX2, 5 goals to 2. They're really turning it on here. Stryker Phantoms just waiting the optimal moment, I feel. Maybe they're just trying to give Swordfish TFT Nerds a false sense of security, whatever it was. That is now 4 goals. In very close succession to each other. You give these guys an inch, and they'll turn it into a mile. Stryker Phantoms are bringing in the offense as HX2 will bring the defense on that play. He's got low boost, he'll just pinch it ahead. Off the corner. Jumping is Cynics! Oh, I can't believe that was planned. HX2, I thought he was just going to clear this. Cynics was going for it. These guys are big-brained, my goodness. Even I wouldn't have expected Cynics to jump for that. And here we are, with a beautiful pass at a beautiful time. Stryker Phantoms are just doing everything, it feels. They're doing everything right. Swordfish TFT Nerds are... No wonder that this team's undefeated. You can see that from how they're playing. Oh, that's a big fake from Promank. Storyteller will make it 3 goals. Whether he side flipped or whether he really thought Promank had that, HX2 missed and Storyteller will take that. 1 goal back for Swordfish. TFT Nerds stopping the goal-scoring streak from Stryker Phantoms. 5 goals in a row. They'll finally get 1 back for Swordfish, but again, with that goal-scoring streak that Stryker Phantoms went on, they're going to have a tough time coming back, but here's a pass in front. HX2 got the block, and another pinch attempt that will get away from his nets. He'll let Bromank have the clear, but here comes Cynics. Sidewall, HX2. Doesn't get the shot, but look how quickly he's already covering. He's already back, he's already challenging. Again, it doesn't take much time for Stryker Phantoms to get back into position. Again, it feels like they overcommit. They really don't. They just rotate around, and they always have those recoveries in mind. Seriously, their playstyle is that of a high-level SSL team. In twos, they're playing that kind of way. It's a lot more based on those recoveries on offense than anything else. The intensity at which they play is as high as they can possibly make it be without them committing everybody into offense. However, TFT Nerds are a little bit more defensive in that way, a little more passive in that way. It's not by their own choice either. It's Stryker Phantoms who are playing that aggression. And Storyteller's going to keep it up. Bromank, touch outward. HX2 is not going to be able to ground it there, and there'll still be Storyteller's ball. Looking for 1 more goal for Swordfish TFT Nerds. But Stryker Phantoms just want this one to end with the box in the other team's nets. Here comes HX2. He won't catch up. But it's still game 2 for Stryker Phantoms. All they need is one more. Every win's been quite strong for this team. So, I mean, you can tell the shooting, it's definitely picked up. Look at the difference here. 6 goals on 13 shots for Stryker Phantoms, about 50% shooting. Swordfish TFT Nerds, 3 goals on 10 shots, about 33% shooting. And Storyteller specifically, 1 on 8. Shooting is not looking great for these guys. 1 on 8, I believe, is like 16%. It's pretty low. It's 12.5%, 1 on 8. Well, unfortunately for Storyteller, he's gonna have to pick up those averages just a little bit. Because if he doesn't, Stryker Phantoms could very well win this series in a sweep. There we go, game 3. This could be a very quick series. Stryker Phantoms are decimating the Swordfish TFT Nerds. That's what happens when you are the favorites, I guess, but even then, Swordfish TFT Nerds can still bring this back, although they're gonna have to play pretty quick, and it's not starting off that favorably for them. Cynics has already scored. And just look at the pace he gets to this. That second read was incredible. But look at the pace he gets to this. They both jumped at about the same time. Clearly, Cynics got to it faster. Again, the speed at which these guys are playing is just insane. Really, I cannot see that many errors from Strike Phantoms. The only thing I see from them that could be an issue is the amount of 1v1 they put themselves in. But even then, they still do just fine at defending them. They haven't had too many issues on those kind of plays. And even with those hiccups, their offense and their defense and just the intensity, the pace at which they play, anything about their playstyle allow them to have those errors, and they'll still be fine as HX2 trying to get the sidewall double. Cynics, ceiling, back wall, no second touch, but HX2 will shoot! And HX2 will make it 2-0. Again, just Stryker Phantoms on full control. Swordfish TFT Nerds were able to get a game in the regular season. I'm impressed that they were somehow able to do that, because that seems so difficult to me, but just seeing how Stryker Phantoms are playing now. HX2. Clear from Bromank. Cynics will send it away off the side wall to himself. We still have 4 minutes left. It's already Stryker Phantoms are looking like they've already won it. They're playing like it too. And Cynics. HX2 trying to get that redirect. Storyteller's missed. HX2 off the back wall. Bromank will clear. Cynics is waiting very far back on this play. Will let Storyteller shoot, but that shot will be very easily dealt with here by Cynics. Bromank pinching it the wrong way. Cynics has missed that. Putting in his HX2 in an awkward position, but and still just in the right place to meet anything. Cynics dribble. Demoed by Bromank. Again, there's always someone else there. HX2. Again, Bromank will block. He's trying to keep this defense stable for TFT Nerds while they still trying to sort out just getting into offense in the first place, but Storyteller awkward there. HX2. Stryker Phantoms does well to exploit Storyteller's weaknesses. He's, again, that intensity really making him crack and crumble. And, I mean, you can tell, again, they're really trying to focus on specifically making sure that Storyteller does not feel like he has any effect whatsoever in this game. As Bromank, bump there on HX2, in front, he still finds the block on that, even with the jump from Storyteller. Stryker Phantoms are put on that defense. Cynics, though, backwards, wins the challenge on Storyteller. Bromank will have this one. Cynics will not get the dunks. Bromank's still going for it. But if there's anything you know about Bromank, it's his ground game that he's really going to focus on. Unfortunately, Stryker Phantoms don't focus on that right now. They're going to go for a solo attempt there, but a miss from HX2. Cynics waiting one-on-one with Bromank. The dribble to the back post. Cynics not looked at all fooled by that play. Just look at this pressure. Stryker Phantoms are here. Bromank has it. Flick. HX2 block, and both players committed an open net for Stryker Phantoms, and HX2 will put that one in. After long debate with Cynics, who would take that goal, HX2's kind of convinced him with the fact that he got that clear there. Stryker Phantoms once again finding holes in the defense, and this time actually at that point it was the offense for the TFT nerds. Can't blame Broman and Storyteller for trying to really overcommit, but I mean that's just not going to make things any easier for them. Anytime an overcommit doesn't work, very likely that the Stryker Phantoms are going to use their speed to catch up, as that's a miss! And HX2 will be happy to see it. That's another goal for Stryker Phantoms. Off the back wall, HX2 comes in. I mean, Bromank has no chance. And at this point, Stories TFT nerds have to know that their time is up, that their season is going to be over, and it's going to be over very, very quickly here in the playoffs. Cynics, back wall, no second touch. Storyteller will beat HX2. Storyteller, around the corner, Bromank. Across the infield, HX2 will clear. Touch from Cynics. HX2, still no shot on, and won't be a shot on, for at least for that play, because Storyteller's got the ball. Cynics getting bumped, but again, the overcommit will just lead to a goal the other way for Stryker Phantoms. Cynics from defense to offense immediately. Stryker Phantoms are going to take this one. Man, this series is just not close. The last one with Invicta and Astral, that was itself wasn't all that close at times. This one has never been close. Stryker Phantoms are just, I mean, they're just having their way with everything they say, with everything they want. And for Swordfish TFT nerds, they just have to kind of accept that that's going to be the case, because I mean, they don't stand a chance against this team. Pass across, Cynics, but didn't make it 6 goals, although I think that's a bit fortunate for TFT nerds here, because they'd like the series to be over, the season's going to be done with it. Again, you really can't blame TFT nerds, just trying to end this game as quickly as possible, but that's just not going to happen. As a miss from Broman, HX2. No mercy on these guys. 6 goals now. First Strike Phantoms, they haven't given up a single goal against in this game. They've just gotten better and better as the more they've warmed up. Stryker Phantoms. HX2. Out by Storyteller. Cynics will wait on that clear. He'll collect it here. To the sidewall. Actually will bounce favorably for this team. HX2 takes it. Only get the beat on 1. And now Bromank's taking the boost. HX2. Pinch Bromank. Back pass to Storyteller. HX2 near post. 7 goals now for Stryker Phantoms. And if this scoreline stays, it will be counted as officially as a blowout. I wonder if any of you who don't know, blowouts on the stream are all recorded on a stat sheet. Blowouts are considered whenever a game has a goal differential of 7 or more. Obviously, with a goal differential of 7 goals, it would be a blowout. But the Phantoms just want another goal for the road. Why not? Bromank will own goal. Bromank's just gonna own goal. You can't score on the Phantom's net. He'll score in his own net, and you can already tell. CFT nerds are ready. They're ready to take this one. Bromank. Again, if he can't score on that Phantom's net this game, he'll score in his own. He'll get at least something. Unfortunately, that goal won't count for him. As... we're gonna get... Oh, a miss off the post. Swordfish TFT nerds almost got one back. Unfortunately, this game and their season is over. A sweep at the hands of the best team in the league, Stryker Phantoms. Very quickly moving on to the semifinals. Did not take them long at all to do that. The Phantoms are going to move to semifinals. Again, a very quick whooping here of TFT nerds. He shut out a blowout in game 3. And quite simply, this was about as one-sided as a match can get. TFT nerds stood no chance. Absolutely none. There was no way they were going to win that series. I don't care how big of a fan you were for the TFT nerds, or there's no way they're winning this. Ever since game 1, it was already set. Stryker Phantoms are going to move on. Swordfish TFT nerds are going to just accept that that's the end of their season. It ends so quickly. Again, that is a sweep. Again, One-sided was definitely the statement today, because earlier today we had Astral Supernova Invicta Esports, with Invicta winning 4-1, and Stryker Phantoms obviously now sweeping Swordfish TFT Nerds. Both matches were quite one-sided in their overall score lines and results. As again, what a matchup! What a matchup! Again, unfortunately for TFT Nerds, that ends their season. It was a valiant effort from them, but when you go up against the number 1 seed, that's usually what happens. Is again, a lot of action today, a lot of interesting action today. Again, it is just like, unfortunately for Cynics and Co. Sorry, unfortunately for Bromac and Co, it's just not gonna work for them. Again, unfortunately that match wasn't as close as I'm sure a lot of you want it to be, but for your Stryker Phantoms fans, you'll get your points back pretty quickly here. Technically, they'll keep that undefeated run going here in this matchup, as we're going to get an interview with these guys. Again, that match, it was not close. It was anything but. As joining me here is Cynics. Congratulations on your win. You're moving to the semifinals into the best of sevens. That was a very quick series. I'm sure you have to feel pretty good about kind of getting a stronger start in the playoffs as you can get.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, again, take me through the series. You guys, you already played this team in week 6. It was a 3-1 victory. This week was different. You swept them. What did you guys do? Because there is, again, that 1 week kind of difference between the playoffs and the regular season. What did you do between that last week, that kind of the final week of the regular season when you beat these guys 3-1 before the playoffs? When obviously now you've swept these guys. So what did you guys do in that kind of that week break in between?
So we had that little bye, and during the bye we just grinded, worked on chemistry, worked on plays, worked on rotations, and just kept gaining from there. And we've just gotten a lot better than we used to be.
Simply put, yeah, you put in the effort, you're putting hours, and I mean we can already see it. You guys play very aggressively, very fast. I'm sure there's a playstyle you guys have kept for a while, and you guys had that chemistry as well. Again, you, Cynics, and HX2, you guys have pace that seems to be unrivaled. And with that pace, it's very easy to overcommit, but you guys don't do that. Tell me kind of about the playstyle you guys have, especially in offense, where you guys intentionally make sure you don't overcommit.
So me, Dev, and HX2 have all been playing for 3-4 years now. We started in a different league, and me and HX2 faced each other in the finals, and then we became buddies and started playing together. And we have just been grinding. Like we have chemistry to the point where half the time we don't have to talk. We can just play and we know where we're gonna be, what we're gonna do. Once you build that long of a relationship and a bond with somebody in this game, at least, like it's killer. Like you can do anything you want, honestly.
Well, again, you guys showed that. You guys did whatever you wanted. You definitely took them down. Of course, though, that was, again, only the first week. Going into the semifinals now, it's going to get a lot tougher from here. You placed off against the weakest team in the league. You took them down as was expected. But now in the semifinals, that's going to be a lot more difficult. That's going to be next week. It's going to be best of sevens. Is there anything about best of sevens that you think might change your playstyle around?
Not at all. I think that we're gonna continue to play the same way, be aggressive, and just keep that speed. Hold on.
I love to hear it again. You guys are definitely fast. You're a fast team. You guys know what you're doing. Again, congratulations on your win. A 3-0 sweep over Swordfish TFT Nerds. But before you go, Cynics, we always end off the stream with a little interview section, so we'll give you your time as well. The floor is yours. Is there anyone you want to shout out?
Just shout out my teammates. Hunter held it down. He did a great job. Um, Shout out everybody in the chat, cheering us on, all the Stryker fans. Dev for cheering us on in the Discord while we were playing. And then shout out to you for casting. I appreciate it.
Of course, my pleasure. Congratulations on your sweep here against Swordfish TFT Nerds. Congratulations. Good luck in the semifinals. Hopefully I'll get to see you all again very soon.
All right, thank you very much.
And that was Cynics, the captain of Stryker Phantoms here with that one. Again, a sweep to end off the night. What a night it was. I wish these matches were a little closer, but it is what it is sometimes. Again, thank you all so much for joining, for being supportive. It really means a lot to me. Again, thank you all so much for joining in. But that is it for me here on the Sportia stream. Again, thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your night. I'll see you guys again very soon with more Rocket League action. But for now, stay safe, have a great night, and I'll see you again on the Sportia stream.